Extinction Gods by James Hancock. Read by Daniel Adwell. I dropped the broken cable onto ash and rubble. The solar panel is useless. A split connector is more than just a rewire job. I toss it aside, defeated. No way to charge my torch or handheld radio now. When the batteries die, I will be in the literal and communicative dark. Not that I've heard more than a crackle of static in 3 long and arduous months. Maybe I am the last. Through holes that don't belong and staircases which barely hold their form, I climb to the rooftop of an apartment building, a view of scorched earth and devastation. A mighty wrecking ball has smashed the world, and the survivors, if there are more than I, are now in hiding. I unfold my polythene sheet and set it up as I have 100 times before. Condensation will dampen cracked lips at best, but sometimes that's all you've got. I must scavenge for water, but it's increasingly difficult to find. That's the priority now. From day to day, the dominating worry on a tired mind. I clamber and climb back to ground level before beginning my house-to-house search, moving under fallen beams, over collapsed walls, and into the heart of each building. I check the bathrooms for rainwater collected in bathtubs, but all are cracked and ruined. With the cruel summer heat, water has evaporated from most containers which still remain intact, but occasionally I get lucky. In the wasteland of neglected gardens, I find a rusty barrel held fast amongst dried brown weeds. Pulling it free, there's a slosh of dirty rainwater, which almost fills my canteen. My salvation. Then I spy a rat. In my second week of foraging, I struck gold with a Webley air pistol and 2 tins of pellets. Without it, I would have surely starved by now. I slowly reach behind me, sliding it from my belt, and careful not to frighten my meal away. Aim, and gently squeeze the trigger. A small cloud of brick dust, and the rat is gone. I curse aloud and reload, keeping it to hand just in case. Rats are the staple now, and anything larger has been caught and killed by better hunters than I. Apex predators. We never stood a chance against their technology. Entire streets crushed by each deafening pulse. Windows, walls, roofs, and doors, all shattered into crumbling ruin. Millions ran screaming from the wreckage of safe havens and into the arms of beasts. Beasts who had hidden in plain sight amongst us until the night came to show their true selves and rise up. Beasts who looked like us had dropped their skins of concealment and attacked en masse. The world was caught off guard. No time to speculate how long they'd been here, waiting, planning. How many of us were them? No time to give them a name or try to understand them. No time to plead our innocence or say our goodbyes. The chattering bustle of human existence became a unified scream the planet over, and within 4 days, my world was death and debris. As they continue their relentless hunt, every night I hide and pray for a better tomorrow, but I know my days are numbered. What will they do when the food runs dry? Move on and find another species to wipe from the universe? How many were visited before they came to us? My search consumes the day, and with polythene sheets gathered, I curl up in the back of a wrecked Ford Escort as a merciless sun fades to a cloudless night. At least I have the stars. Stomach cramping and energy depleted, I pull a blanket around myself, drift off, and dream of corned beef, milk, and honey. I'm awoken by a terrifyingly familiar sound. A deep, metallic boom breaks the bitter silence, a deafening alert for any nearby hunters. Red laser lights flicker and fill the night sky as a buzzing drone flies overhead. The mechanical scout has seen potential, and I have seconds before the crazed devils are upon me. Flee or sit tight until they pass. I choose the latter, too tired and weak for anything other than hiding whilst they seek. I pull the blanket over my head and, focusing on slow breaths and my racing heart, say goodbye to the stars. The longest minute passes as I remain motionless and petrified, interrupted by the shrill screech of a packmaster. The hunters have arrived. I hear the roar of my enemies as they hurry past the car, over rubble and into buildings. Frenzied excitement fills the air with a dozen beasts throwing objects out of their way and delving deeper into the ruined town. The Packmaster stands 10 feet from me, gazing up as the drone circles overhead and scans for movement. I stare, horrified, through a tiny gap under the blanket, and can see the devil's grin upon the pack's elated commander. It draws deep breaths and sniffs the cold ash air. This is a game, a sport, the thrill to kill. I am suddenly reminded of the terrified fox as it hides in its hole, trumpets singing in the distance, and the yelping of hounds as they draw even nearer. And then a voice from my pocket.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I fumble for the radio and quickly switch it off. Holding my breath, I brave a look and see the Packmaster has gone. All is quiet. Too quiet. Such a foolish mistake was surely heard. All is silent, but for my racing heart. And then the howls, as bodies thump onto metal and the car rocks with the weight of ravenous killers. The passenger door is ripped free and tossed aside, and as I tighten my eyes shut, I am pulled into the pack's embrace. The hunt is over. I leave this world like so many before me. Not the last, after all, but who knows how long they've got.